Hello, my name is Aaron Farshney and welcome to another UDK tutorial. Uh, Before we go any further, I just want to say that this is the September 2011 release of Unreal Development Kit, so don't be worried if you don't have something similar to the screen right now, because as you can see with a new UDK, if you go to new, you've got different lighting setups. Normally you'll probably start off with a blank screen, but you can add your own lighting anyway, but for this tutorial I'm just going to do it quickly, so I've got a lighting setup already. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a terrain, and with this terrain we're going to be adding lots of materials. So you have material layers, and you have paving underneath, and then you've got mud and grass. Now what I'm going to do first is get rid of this block. We don't need a block. And we'll get rid of the ground because it's again a block. Now what we're going to do is add a terrain. So first you want to go to tools, go to new terrain. You can leave it as default 16 patches by 16 patches. And there you go. You got your terrain. I just bring it to the middle. Ooh, missed it. There we go. That's near enough middle. Okay, so as you can see, you've got your terrain, and that's pretty much about it. That's the light source, just move out of the way. Right, so select the terrain, and we're going to change a few parameters. Now here, if I switch the wireframe on, they're all the patches, which is 16 by 16. We're going to increase the tessellation so that if you're going to add hills or anything like that, then it'll be a lot better. Let's put it that way. You could do them more smooth, more sharper, however you like it. Okay, so I've added it twice. Now, this isn't a tutorial on height maps, but I'll just add quickly a little bit of height to it. Maybe a bit here as well, and yeah, just to make it look a little bit more pleasing. Okay, so there's our terrain. Now we're going to be adding the materials. Now you could use the basic Unreal materials, but I'm going to be using my own UDK pack, which already has materials added. So let's see if I go to storage, portfolio, League of Legends. I was creating League of Legends maps, so that's why I've already got it. So if I have a look under external now, I've got my League of Legends. I've already made materials group and a textures group. Now textures are already added, which is grass, mud and paving. And the materials are the combination of the textures and the normal maps. But I won't go into that tutorial. Okay, so first we need to create layers. Currently the layer we've got is the height map, which is here. Now what I want to do is create a new terrain setup layer. Now for the package, I want to add it to my package. So first I'll select League of Legends, and that's so I know exactly where it is. Grouping, I'm going to call it layers. And for the name, this will be the paving area. Now, of course, we've got the paving will have to go at the very bottom. The reason is because if you have a look at paving outside, grass always grows over the top, and mud, of course, spreads over the top. So that's why you have paving underneath, then grass is always on top of mud. So we've made a new layer. We'll create another layer. It's a new terrain setup layer. Same package, which is League of Legends. Grouping, layers, name. This one will be mud. And I'll create one more final layer. Again, the package it's the same. Or if you also have a look, I've got underscores in the names. That's very important because Unreal Engine won't actually allow it. For instance, if I did grouping layers F and I called this one grass, as you can see, contains invalid characters. So if I take that out, it'll work. So there you go. Paving, mud, grass. Have a look at the content browser. League of Legends package. Layers is a new group. Grass, mud, paving. But of course, nothing's happened. Red materials. Well, we will now add the materials. The first one we want to have is the paving. So right click on paving and we're going to add a new terrain material. Now I want to keep this under layers so I know whereabouts it's coming from. So again I'll put it under layers. The package is League of Legends and the name, it can't be the same because it's already being used. So this would be called paving underscore mat for material. So click OK. And nothing's happened so far. That's because all it's done is added the paving material. Now what I want to do here is make sure that the paving's added. So you right click on a terrain material, go to properties, and here you've got material and it's got none, so there's no material at the moment. So you go to our materials, I'm going to be using the paving, and then going to click this green arrow here, that will add the material straight to the ground, and there you go. Now we're going to be doing exactly the same with the others as well. So for the mud, new terrain material, again it's under League of Legends, and the layers for the group, and this one is mud underscore again, material. Okay, there you go, it's added to the layers automatically. Properties, material, now for the material, I'm going to use mud, hit the green arrow, and as you can see nothing's happened here because the base always is applied first and the other two are never applied, they have to be added. A little bit like with the terrain, you have to add the height to it. It's the same with taking away as well, it gets rid of it. Okay, so that one's done. Now for the grass, I'm going to add a new terrain material. Again, League of Legends. Where has it gone? There it is. Layers for the group. And this one is grass underscore mat. There you go, it's added. Properties, select the grass material, the green arrow, and there you go. So now each has its own texture. Now I can select the mud if it wants to select. I think it's only selecting the grass at the moment, but if I hold control, a little bit like how I did the terrain, you should hopefully see grass being added. Oh no, selected the mud, there you go. And if I right click instead while holding control, it gets rid of the mud. So let's just quickly add some in. I'll just do a small portion for now. That would do. Now if I do the grass, select the grass, hold control again, and it should add a bit of greenery. There you go. That's exactly what we wanted. Now you're probably thinking, okay, so you've got mud, you've got grass, where's the paving? You want all this paving area around here. Let's just say I wanted a path all the way through the middle. So if I just move this a little bit more to the side, let's put a path through the middle, select grass. I want to get rid of that. Let's get rid of it down here. Oh, in fact, let's change the strength to something smaller. In fact, to show how small it can go, this can get very small. Yeah, 1 pixel's a little bit too small, I think. Let's see how big this is. That should be a bit better. As you can see, depending on the tessellation, will depend on the amount you can get rid of. So the more tessellation you add, so if I increase a little bit more, there you go, it would be even finer. As you can see, quite a bit more finer. So tessellation not only makes the hill smoother, but it can also affect the materials you're adding, especially on the layers. And if I decreased it, as you can see, it's got rid of it. If I decreased it again, not only does it make the hills rougher, but it also gets rid of the texture again. So let's increase it again, and increase it, and as you can see, going to have to do it again. That won't take very long. So I'll add a bigger brush this time, get rid of the grass, all the way down. Then I'm going to select the mud, get rid of all of that, and there you go. You now have a path going through the grassy area, and as you can see, the grass is still overlapping the paving, so it gives a pretty good effect. And if I wanted to, I could add a little bit of mud here. See, that's actually going over the top. And the paving is already pretty muddy anyway in the texture, but there's no harm adding a little bit more, as they say. Then I could even add a little bit more grass. Tiny bit here. And there you go. That is how you do layers of textures on a terrain. And just to see what it looks like, okay, it needs to be rebuilt. Yes, I want to continue. Here you go. Oh, in fact, let's get rid of that wireframe. We got the terrain material settings. Get rid of the wireframe. Going to quickly rebuild it all. Hopefully it won't take too long. I'll skip this bit. Oh, then again, didn't take very long at all. Okay, so play from here, yes. And there you go. Got mud coming over the top of the terrain. You've also got the normal maps working. Not the greatest normal maps in the world, but certainly working for the paving, and for the grass, and for the mud. And there you go. And that is how you create layers of materials, adding and subtracting from the terrain. Good luck for the rest of your maps, and I hope you enjoyed the tutorial.